Up+Adam.
Tractor systems are offline.
We are Beyond FM.
Beyond FM.
The future of broadcasting is here.
Up+Adam with Adam Montiel. It's community content from Concentrate. It's Up+Adam with Adam Montiel.
Some say life is where it begins. Straight to the stars is where it ends. Yes, some say life is just where it begins. Straight to the stars is where it ends. Only to start again.
Tuesday, let's go. Thank you so much for being Up+Adam. My name is Adam Montiel. You know, sometimes the most powerful stories in our community are happening right under our noses. Coming up today, we're going to sit down with Central Coast Chef Dominique Benavidez. And what starts as a conversation about food turned into something far more human. I loved meeting this gal. It's a local story about resilience, about finding true purpose, and about how a life that could have gone in a very, very different direction found its way back and through the kitchen. From caring for her father as a teenager, to fighting her own way through addiction, to building a culinary career right here in SoCal, her story is raw, it is honest, and it is deeply inspiring. And then there's the food. Rooted in her Mexican heritage and influenced by South American, even some Asian flavors, Chef Benavidez is bringing that personal story to the plate with her upcoming Domingo brunch. This is going to be rad. It's a pop-up happening this Sunday, downtown San Luis Obispo at the Region Event Center. 3 courses, 2 different menus. You can go back and forth and choose one of this or that. Mexican, Latin American roots, a little creative twist, this menu. It looks so good. But what you're about to hear is far more than just a chef talking about dishes. It's a conversation that gets into healing, family, second chances, and how sometimes the most powerful thing you can do for people is simply feed them, figuratively and literally. So really excited to have met Dominique, and we'll get into that conversation in just a second. First, some Alofa headline here. The LA Marathon. Damn, did it deliver some drama or what? I think it's the closest finish the race has ever seen in the 41 years. More than 27,000 runners took to the streets for the 41st running of the LA Marathon. Of course, that starts at Dodger Stadium. Chavez Ravine winds through neighborhoods like Chinatown, Little Armenia, Hollywood, Beverly Hills, Brentwood, before finishing in Century City. But the real story was at the front of the pack. First, the women's, the marathon chase format. The elite women started 15 minutes and 45 seconds ahead of the men, with a $10,000 bonus going to whoever crossed the finish line first overall. And that honor went to Priska Sharono, 45-year-old mother of 3 from Kenya, who finished with an unofficial time of 2:25:18. Man, that's incredible. Chirono is a former Olympian who competed in the 2008 Beijing Games, stepped away from running around the pandemic, and has now staged a pretty incredible comeback. But the men's race, well, that is where things got wild. American Nathan Martin chased down Kenya's Michael Kamau in the final stretch, passing dude right at the line. He won by not even a second, not even a tenth of a second. I think it was like 100.01, hundredth of a second. Officially the closest finish in the history of the LA Marathon. You got to watch it. It is wild. And just seeing how he started going, you're like, oh damn, I think, could he make, no way. And then at the very last second, both men clocked in at 2:11:16, but Martin got the nod. And with warm temperatures expected to climb into the mid-70s, race organizers even added a unique safety option this year. Runners could bail out at mile 18 and head to the finish and still receive a medal. But, you know, most of those, I don't know if anyone took that on, but the race started just after 6:30 in the morning with Mayor Karen Bass serving as the official starter. It was moved up a week this year to avoid a little event happening in LA next Sunday, the Oscars. But for one morning, the biggest stars in LA were the ones running 26.2 miles through it. Oh my God, you got to check out that video. Insane. We got some audio from the winner right as he crossed the line being interviewed here. Check this out.
Southern California News Group, congratulations on winning this marathon. As a fellow person from Michigan, I got to give you a what up though, because I'm from Detroit. Congratulations, man. Talk to me about, what it took to win this one at the end, just the last stride.
Yeah, so I always challenge myself to push, regardless to whether it's somebody to chase or I'm all by myself, because I want to know I finished giving everything I had, because I know I can always do that. You can't always win, but you can always push. And I was just super fortunate with that effort, gave me the win today.
When did you really start closing in? Because I'm standing here at the finish line, and I saw that the person who finished second was leading for a really long time in this race.
Yeah, so he kind of took off, and it was just a pack of like 5 or 6 of us, and we just started grinding together. We were switching off the lead, trying to close the gap, and around mile 5, I just kind of took off, and nobody went with me, and so I said, hey, I have to push, I have to fight, and let's see what happens. And like, I wasn't thinking at that point about winning. It was just making sure I gave the effort I have, and yeah, around a mile was when I saw I had a chance, and I went forward, and it worked out. So.
As an African-American distance runner, do you have a message? Because we don't really see too many people who look like you or I win marathons.
Okay, go back. Say that again.
As an African-American distance runner, we don't really see too many people who look like you win marathons.
Dude, they all look like you. What are you talking about? Is he serious? Like, this is one of those sports where, like, hello?
Hey, just never give up and never assume what you're supposed to be good at. Always test yourself, always find new opportunities, because it's not about necessarily what you like to do or what feels fun. It's what you're good at and what you're willing to challenge yourself to achieve, and you can accomplish a lot of amazing.
I think even that guy was looking at him like, say what? What are you talking about? I went to Wikipedia. I want to see this. Okay, so the last winner. Okay, this is interesting. I would have never have guessed this. Now, yes, pretty much every single winner. I did look back last year. The winner of the marathon, this kind of goofy white dude, like real big curly hair, and he was the first American to win in like 30 years since 1994. So he is definitely an outlier, because as I look at the rest of them, going through all the winners, they're all like Kenya and Ethiopia. And I mean, look, they got a lock on this. This person asks, is it weird that like a black person won a marathon? Like, no, that's pretty funny. All right. Well, congrats to Nathan Martin, a cross-country high school coach from Michigan who won the LA Marathon. And that is now an American winning 2 years in a row after not winning for 30 years. That's incredible. All right. There was this one video that's kind of going viral. I wanted to play it for you here. It's really sweet. You actually should check it out, find it online, watch it, because it's like these just cute little kids, and they're in kind of setups that remind you of when you're growing up, like in the 80s and 90s. And they're just kind of, I guess they're hearing about the future. You just got to listen to this, but I really encourage you to seek the video out so you can actually watch it with your eyes too. But gosh, it makes you think. Check it out.
So you're telling me in the future, people just stare at a little box all day, inside and outside?
And in the future, you don't even own the music. You just pay every month to borrow it. Like, if you stop paying, the music just disappears.
Wait, so before people eat, they take a picture of the food and show strangers? And the strangers like and comment on it? So in the future, everyone has their own phone. They use it to type messages instead of call? And if someone calls you without typing it first, it's considered rude? So you're telling me in the future, people just post their diary for everyone to see?
Some people get paid for it.
For their diary? And in the future, a little box just tells you where to go, turn by turn, and people still get lost. If you want food from a restaurant, you just tap the box and a stranger brings it to your door and you pay extra for that and then you rate the stranger. Our moms always say don't talk to strangers. But in the future, everyone just talks to strangers all day on the little box and shows them their house and their kids. So in the future, nobody ever just sits with the quiet, like ever? That sounds really exhausting.
The last one. Kid's just laying on the grass with his head back, brushing his fingers against the blades of grass. Sounds exhausting. Such a good video. Man. Okay. Before we get into our chat with Dominique, let's tell you about my friends at Porta-Bidet. I love a bidet. Sometimes you got to put it out there. It's not the easiest thing to talk about. Look what we're talking about. But we're talking about treating yourself wonderfully. And once you use a bidet, you never go back. You just never go back. And I'll tell you where the struggle is. You get used to that clean, comfortable, why didn't I do this sooner feeling at home? And then you travel. Hotel, Airbnb, cruise ship, conference. Suddenly, you feel like you're roughing it. And that is why I love the Traveler from Porta-Bidet. It's no squeeze bottle situation from Amazon. It's not awkward. It actually mounts to the toilet with no tools, no plumbing in like seconds and gives you real pressure, real control, real comfort. It's like bringing your home setup with you. And trust me, vacation hits different when you feel like yourself. They smashed their Kickstarter. They're shipping now. And yes, Up+Adam officially partnering with Porta-Bidet. So if you've ever been curious, this is your sign. Check it out. Hit the link in the show notes or go to adammontiel.com, scroll down, hit the link. It's a special link for listeners of Up+Adam, save you a little bit of money. And I promise you won't go back. Your future self and your suitcase will thank you.
It's Up+Adam with Adam Montiel.
All right, let's bring her in. Chef Dominique Benavidez is a Central Coast culinary talent whose journey into the kitchen is as compelling as the food she creates. Damn. Trained at Le Cordon Bleu, shaped by kitchens from Malibu to right here on the Central Coast, Dominique has a style that blends her Mexican roots with South American, even some Asian influence. These days, she's channeling that creativity into brunch. It's an experience in downtown SLO at Regent's Event Center. But as you're about to hear, her story goes far, far, far beyond the plate. It's one of resilience, healing, and finding purpose through food. Chef Dominique, so great to have you here. Thank you so much for being Up+Adam.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
I'm excited. We've never really sat down like this before.
I know. I was like, I really want to get to know Adam a little bit too. So I hope we can, talk about each other in our lives and how you even started.
Yeah.
I know it's about me, but I want to know about you too.
That's really sweet of you. Let's talk about first the times that we have crossed paths, and it's mainly been events and stuff. I'm friends with your sister Monique, obviously, and she has always been for years and years raving about you. So
shout out to Windows by Design.
Yeah, she's good. They've supported the show here too.
Yeah,
she and Rob do incredible work with Windows by Design, and she has just always been your biggest fan.
I know. I give her a hard time about that.
You do?
Yeah, I'm like, you're not like enough of a fan.
Yeah, right.
You need to go harder. Stand on the streets.
Go harder, right?
Yeah.
So tell me how you got into, there's so many different stories that chefs have, especially right here on the Central Coast in SLO-Cal, whether it's like, oh, I'm, classically trained and came here, or I'm self-taught and have done this. Where did your path kind of take you, and how have you kind of, laid that foundation out for you?
Well, first, I never even thought of being a cook or a chef. My mom kind of forced me into it. I dropped out of school when I was 15 years old, I want to say. My dad had cirrhosis of the liver, and I became his caregiver. So between the ages of 15 and 20, I had like no direction, but besides just
caring for my dad,
right?
Wow.
So when I turned 17, my mom's like, F this, you're not doing anything with your life. Your dad is probably not going to be here. We need to figure something out. And she made me get my GED. signed me up for a cooking competition. I won second place, and I was like, all right, we're doing this. And it was extremely competitive. I've always been in sports as a kid, and I really liked just the feeling I got when I was in there of like, I got to beat this person, right? It was extremely competitive, and it just aligned really well with my personality. So then she put me in culinary school, and I started off in LA. I went to the Cordon Bleu in Pasadena. Then I started at this Malibu Inn, and I was just staging there, and they hired me, and I did my internship there. And then from there, I went to Del Frisco's Grill and True Foods out in Santa Monica, and then it's history since then.
And when do you go, okay, I'm working for this person, I'm doing this program, but now I'm going to start doing things for myself. I know menu items, there's things I want to create. I'm going to do it for me.
Well, throughout my experience in the culinary world, I've never really got someone to be a mentor for me. And I tried really hard. And I made sure I knew every station at every restaurant that I was in. I knew the prep, everything from start to finish. And I just never really had a chef that took me on as my mentor. And no
one ever took you under their wing per se.
Yeah.
That hurt?
I really wanted a mentor.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's it's harder for a woman in the industry. You really have to prove yourself. And I thought I was doing that, but I'm also really hard-headed, and I talk back a lot. So I could see why they struggled with really giving me that opportunity. I shut that door for myself a lot in plenty of restaurants because I have a big mouth.
And it's weird because we were talking a little bit about this off the air. Chefs have a tendency to be very unique in their personality.
Yeah.
Sometimes it can be a little bit fiery. Sometimes they can be caustic. Sometimes they can be, this or that. And it runs the gamut.
Yeah.
And you found that sometimes you would butt heads a little bit.
Yeah, I didn't know how to humble myself or to shut up sometimes. I felt like I wasn't getting the recognition that I deserved being in the kitchen amongst all these men, and I'm this short little redheaded Mexican keeping up with all these dudes, and sometimes even taking it further because I felt like I had to prove myself.
Yeah.
So I never really had the chef want to be like, all right, let me take her on. But that kind of COVID really is what pushed me to start my own thing. And ever since then, I was like, I did a couple for my mom's real estate clients, and they loved it. And I started off with my friend AJ. I don't know if you've ever met him.
Tall guy?
He DJs around here.
Oh, okay. I think I'm a tall guy in service that I see in Slow a lot. I know well. Okay, different guy.
He's a really cool dude. He's a badass DJ. Sorry, I don't know if I could say that.
No, you're fine.
But yeah, we started doing pop-ups and dinners together, and then I just decided that this is the path I wanted to take for myself.
That's exceptional. That's such a cool story.
Yeah.
Tell me what happened to Dad. How did that go?
He passed when I was 20, but he got to watch me graduate culinary school, which was really cool. He passed a year after that. But yeah, that RIP Dad. No.
It's really tough because especially when you have aspects, and I always think of my mom saw me get on the radio, but never saw this aspect of my career. She passed away. Gosh, today's her birthday actually.
Oh, wow! Happy birthday!
I've been thinking a lot about her today.
Yeah.
But so she saw me get on the radio. She was very proud of that. But then my morning show and this transition to this podcast, which has been easily the most exciting part of my career. And you do go wow, but I just have to believe that there's something about your dad that is seeing what incredible stuff you're doing right now, and I believe the same with my mom. How hard was that kind of channeling the reason for why you got into cooking as the tool that was going to make you be a great chef?
It's hard to answer that, honestly. His passing really led me down a very destructive path. And if it wasn't for COVID and me doing this and getting into therapy, I don't even think I'd be here right now physically on this world, because I was just I would end up hurting myself or somebody else. Like
Therapy
that's how
is great, isn't it?
It is.
Incredible.
I really vouch for it. Even if it's like an hour of talking about nothing, it just helps. But yeah, I mean, I got hard into an addiction, and after he passed, it took a lot from me, because he was my everything.
Yeah.
So I don't really know how to answer that question.
That's what I think you just did. What a really thoughtful, insightful answer. And how interesting. It's another great story of this chaotic, weird time that was wildly effed up in so many ways, COVID.
Yeah.
But a really incredible pivot and, a business born from it, and a new dream and a new path laid because of it.
Yeah. I mean, that first year of COVID was the hardest for me, because it we were getting this free money from the government. I was like, okay, there's my addiction funds right there. And it just kept going down. And I just kept hitting all these, they say that you have to hit rock bottom in order to finally get your together,
right.
So I hit multiple in that year alone, from already hitting so many other rock bottoms. But the last one was the scariest for me, that I thought, if I don't take this path of running my own business and really take it seriously and take my mental health seriously, then I'm going to end up in a really bad situation.
Wow. Who was I just talking to? I interviewed a gal earlier this morning, and the interview is going to air on my show in a few days. Nikki Mamano. And she was literally a drug kingpin in Hawaii. Her book is called Breaking Good. And God, maybe you'd really dig it.
I would love to meet her.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And the conversation was great. In fact, she sent me an advanced PDF. So if you're down for a PDF, I mean, I could send you what I got. But the book's on Amazon. But she goes to Hawaii to kind of change her life, and ends up, she's 20, blonde hair, 5 foot, and she ends up, literally be called boss, unironically, in the underworld Waikiki, drug ring, and is now a PTA mom, and she came out of this, and the story is really, really exceptional, but something that you just said really kind of hit, and I remember asking her, where was that? I have the question right here, because I talked to her about the term rock bottom. I'm going to search for that in this doc, because, just that idea, because we use the phrase, and people love the phrase rock bottom, but in her story, rock bottom really didn't, sometimes it doesn't feel like one moment. It feels sometimes like a slow erosion.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I asked her, and maybe it would be a good question for you, was there a single moment where you knew in your life, living like this just can't continue?
There was more than one moment, I feel like. It's funny that you bring her up, and she was doing this kingpin stuff, because that's exactly what my dad was.
Wow.
So throughout that time that I was taking care of him, he was a boss, selling drugs and and he was he would sell to the cartel, to the Italian mob, to ex-football players, really big celebrities that would buy through him. And that's the lifestyle I grew up in. So when he left, I kind of just felt that I never really left that, in a sense. And I just kept kind of doing those kind of things as well, through the kitchen. And so there wasn't just one moment really that made me think, okay, this is my rock bottom. How do I change this? It was am I going to end up like my dad? At 50 years old, having cirrhosis of the liver, or get Hep C, and that turns into the cirrhosis. There was so many directions that I was going towards.
Yeah. And your mom was just not going to happen on my watch.
Back then, but when I'm in my 20s and I'm paying my own bills and I'm still functioning addict, you can't tell me nothing. And, I was working 10, 12-hour days in the kitchen and getting that done, and leaving, drinking, partying. It didn't matter what my mom, my sister, my family, anybody said to me at that point. I was in my own addiction.
Yeah. How much of that addiction do you see when you look back now as self-destruction, and how much of it was actually like survival in a way?
I think even till this day, I'm in survival mode. It was definitely all survival. I feel like, and it was also, I was trying to run from the feelings of how hurt I was that I lost my dad, and then trying to mull over like the kind of life I was living through those times. Like, it was not easy. It was crazy. The things that I had to do, I don't know if I can even talk about them, because there were gnarly situations that happened in that house while living with him, while him being sick, constantly in and out of the hospital while he's over here selling drugs. I'm stealing his drugs to sell those drugs, to get myself drugs. I'm only 15 years old. Like it was crazy.
Yeah. There's a real strength about you. Where did that strength find the softness for the culinary arts? Because there's something delicate and finesse and, just perfect timing, right? We're cooking, we're doing this. Where did those two roads kind of cross? And where does that strength meet that finesse?
There's something to be said about being rugged as well in this industry, that it's like this fine balance of ruggedness and degenerateness that meets this fine art, soft, beautiful form of eating. And I think most of us that are in this industry have that. We're people that have been rejected most of our lives or have gone through really hard situations. And I don't know what it is about just having this control of these little things and being able to give it to others. I don't know. There's a fine balance of that, right?
Yeah.
But for me, the only strength I really had was my mom and my sister. And that made me put it into my food and
so
bring
cool.
that softness into it.
Yeah. We always talk about at home, like, happy eggs come from happy chickens. Happy wine, comes from a happy cellar. Happy food comes from happy kitchens. And so tell me about the joy that you feel when you are discovering a new dish in your head, then on paper, and then start putting it together in your commissary. And then it's finally being plated for, say, a private dinner, or, what we're going to talk about in a second with your brunch at Region.
Yeah, I don't even know how to explain it. It's just this feeling that tingles through your body. It's something that at the same time was destructive for me, because it was, the culinary world is such a, it's such a home for addiction. But at the end of it, it brought me out of that at the same, I don't know how.
Isn't that interesting?
It coincided together, and my downfall and my
redemption.
rise, my redemption. But maybe that's why it brings me so much joy.
Yeah.
And being able to feed other people also brings me, I've always wanted to do some type of Peace Corps type of thing. I just love helping others. And we also grew up in a third world country. So we never had money. So food was such an essential thing for us, and we didn't have a lot. So now being able to have all these ingredients in my hand and being able to express it to other people and make them happy, that's what brings me joy. And that's what a sauce can do for me when I see it touching a plate and somebody eating it, right? That. I don't know how to explain the joy. It's just, I don't know. It makes me feel so happy.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your cuisine. Okay. Obviously, it's sticking to your cultural roots. Mm-hmm. You love Mexican food. I love Mexican food. Yeah. There's just something about Mexican food that is just so much fun to eat when it's made homemade, right?
Yeah. Well, everybody loves Mexican food.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know anybody that's not don't like it.
Yeah.
Everyone loves a taco or burrito, a sope. Mexican food is up there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What are some of your favorite things to make? And then you're going to be doing this. We'll talk about what you do for like private dinners and things like that, because your business has really kind of been, generated, and that's kind of like your flagship. But what you're starting with Region is really exciting. We're going to do brunch there at their event center, one weekend a month, one Sunday a month, right? That's
Yes.
what we're starting at?
Yeah, I'm trying to. Yeah.
First one is going to be March 15th, coming up on Sunday, March 15th. And I want to know all about it, what you're putting together, and how this even came about.
So Todd is the one that runs Region Event Center. Great guy. He's been in this industry for a long time. I met his wife first at the Cliffs at a concert there. And she's like, oh, me and my husband follow you. And I was like, oh, who's your husband? And she's like, oh, he's in this industry. I'm like, I don't even know this guy. I don't care. And then I met him. Really cool. And my friend Karen from Healing Harvest started working with him. And so we ran into each other again. And he's like, you should come and do something at the Region Center. So he set this up for me, and I was like, cool, now I can really show my culture and my cooking, my style, and what I want to feed people, and hopefully they'll enjoy that. But it's not just Mexican food. I grew up with Mexican food when we came back from Venezuela, Caracas. So it's really South American food that I tried to mix in with what my grandma, once we came back, showed me. As a kid. So it's Mexican, Latin America, and I like to throw in some Asian influence as well.
That's cool. Give me an example of some of this South American / Mexican cuisine, but with like a little Asian flair.
So I think you were there at my first event for at our table.
Yeah.
And I did an aguachile, which is huge in Mexico. And it's a shrimp dish, typically marinated in lime juice. And, you blend up some jalapenos, a bunch of chilies, and that's the sauce for it. My twist is I put like a chili crunch that I make myself, which is kind of on the sweeter side. I add sugar to it, soy sauce, sesame seeds, sesame oil. And then I do a puffy arepa with it. So it's like I've kind of combined all of everything that's going on in my head and what I got brought up in this one dish. And it's one of my favorite dishes, and a lot of people love it. So that's kind of like what my style is.
Yeah. What are some other things that you have found in your private cooking? You're doing private dinners for folks. Let's say they're coming to like an Airbnb and they got 3-4 couples. Have there been some, certain meals where you're like, oh my God, this one just kills every time. I'm definitely going to bring that out, or this or that.
I will say my dessert game has been coming up. Like,
cool.
I am not a pastry chef, but I've been rocking this.
Because it's not easy.
It's not.
Because you got to be exact. You can't be really like subjective with measurements.
Yeah. Well, for certain things, I've noticed you can play around sometimes, but it is very much calculated, whereas cooking is just freestyling. There's such a difference in the cooking and then pastry. Mad respect for pastry chefs, because it's a lot of work. And there's so many little different details that you have to do. But I do this corn cake. So it's kind of like a cornbread, but it's very fluffy like a cake. And I like macerate berries and just do a very soft whipped cream with it. And that just kills every time.
That sounds so good.
Yeah, it's my favorite.
Yeah. Can you tell us a couple of the things we're going to be doing for this brunch coming up on Sunday? Because we're going to be giving away a pair of tickets. You can go to adamontiel.com, and there'll be a button up there where you can win your way in. Yeah. And I'd love to send you on the Sunday the 15th. I can't wait. So tell me a little bit about this menu.
Okay. We're doing 3 courses. And for the first one, it's kind of like I designed 2 menus. So you get to pick which one you get to eat. And for one of the menus, the first course is a chipotle crusted ají. I'm doing an avocado sauce with that, some rice cake, probably doing my chili crisp with that, and a little frisee salad, just as a garnish. The other option is a squash arepa, which I freaking love. That's one of the dishes where I did it and I was like, whoa, I just blew my own mind with this one. And it's super simple. It's just a crispy arepa, soft on the inside, a squash puree, cotija cheese on top, and a crispy, sweet squash that I candy on top. So that's the option for the first course. The second course, we have an enchilada con huevo. So it's just a chicken enchilada with a fried egg on top.
Oh, my God.
You get side of rice and beans. Pickled onions will go with it. And then the other option is a filete de pollo. And it's a
Like a chicken cutlet in a way?
fried chicken cutlet. Yeah.
Ooh, that already sounds good.
It's also getting a side of rice and beans. I'm doing either salsa roja with that, I think, for that one. And then it's a salsa verde for the enchilada. And then the dessert's going to be the same. It's going to be a warm concha. So it's like a sweet Mexican bread. Really freaking good. I've nailed those down. The recipe.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited for these. And then I'm doing an atole ice cream with that.
Wow.
So I don't know if most people don't know what atole is, but it's huge in Mexico and like Mesoamerica and like northern South America.
Yeah.
But it's a prehistoric drink that's made out of corn flour, and then you just heat it up with some milk or water, piloncillo, which is cane sugar that they've hardened, and you just add it in there with some cinnamon. But I'm turning it into ice cream, and it's freaking, you know what I'm saying? It's so good.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love it. What do you cook when you're at home? Or when you're at home, it's like
God.
the last thing I want to do is cook.
In-N-Out. I don't
Yeah.
even cook sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. In-N-Out's like my go-to, or literally just plain rice and chicken.
What's your go-to In-N-Out order?
It changes.
Does it?
Mm-hmm.
What was the one you did last time?
Flying Dutchman with whole grilled onions as the bun.
Yeah, that's the Flying Dutchman. It's the onions as the bun.
And then on top of animal style fries.
Oh, the animal stuff fries are bomb. I like them well done.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Always.
So the Flying Dutchman, I know it's really popular. Does the onion get all over your hands? Like, what's the deal? Is it that good as a bun? I mean,
I just use a fork.
You're just trying not to have the carbs.
I can't do gluten anymore.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, but or else I love their buns. It's my favorite. But no, I just use a fork.
Yeah, cool.
Throw it on top of my fries and I just eat it like that.
Oh, really? So you eat the Flying Dutchman with the... That's not a bad idea.
It's so good. You have to try it out.
Yeah, no, I definitely do.
Yeah.
I love listening to different people's In-N-Out orders. That's so good. I'm excited for March 15th. I want to see this. Is the idea to keep this going?
Yeah, I haven't talked to Todd about it yet. We kind of threw the idea out, but I would love to do it once a month and have people come, and we seat up to, it could seat up to 50 people. Right now, I'm trying to keep the limit to 30 seats.
What are we calling it?
Domingo Brunch.
Domingo Brunch.
With Chef Benavidez.
I love it. That's so good. What else? Talk about how we can learn more about you when you are doing these private dinners.
Yeah, if you just go to my Instagram, Chef.Benavidez, I'm constantly posting on my story about events. I'm also doing the Paso Wine Fest again.
Are you?
Yes, I am.
Nice.
Yeah, with the same winery.
Who?
Oh my God.
Oh, you did?
I blanked out. Hold
It's
on.
okay. Don't sweat it.
Oh my God. Who was it that I did last year?
We'll find it. I mean, there could be like one of like
What a
300.
jerk.
No, you're fine. Look,
No, but it's the same one. It's a small winery in downtown Paso. Poit Wine.
Oh, love
Yeah.
them. Carol. And yeah, she's always been really fun to interview. And Nancy over there, they got beautiful property. And yeah, they're right downtown. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I like them because it feels like we're the underdogs of the competition. So it's fun.
So this is going to be the Friday paired Paso.
Yes.
You know,
May 15th, I believe.
No, May 15th. You're right. Friday. I'm a judge.
Again?
Yes.
Oh, no.
What did you do last time?
I did ají tuna aguachile.
Okay.
It was a strawberry aguachile. And I think I won with, I forget the other chef's name.
Oh, Chef Justin Monson. Yeah.
Him and I both won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. His
And
was...
I am going to do another fish dish.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
This one's going to be a little different. I'm not going to tell anybody, but it's another fish dish.
All right. So I think I'm going to be judging again with Rachel Ponce.
Oh, cool.
And I'm not sure if Michelle's going to do it again. I think they're going to ask her, but I don't know yet. So they're all doing the judging stuff. But no, I'm definitely almost like, hell yeah, I'll be back there for that. That food was so good.
Yeah.
So that's the Friday of Wine Fest. Saturday, of course, the main grand tasting, May 16th. And then the 17th, they have like a a bubbly event. And then, PasoWine.com for any and all stuff. But I can't wait to see you there.
Yeah, I'm really excited. So anybody else, get tickets. It's a fun event. I really like it.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Well, good. I loved learning about you so much. You have such a resilience, and like, what a story you have, Dom. I mean, it's really fascinating. It's just, you sit there with like this, this like beauty, this confidence, this just resilience. And then that you talk of a story that it was at points so tough, and, and pulled yourself out of it with the help of people that loved you. And I mean, it's a beautiful story. And I think I know exactly why you make such beautiful food.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
Yeah, soulful. Yeah, you got a lot of soul. Well, thanks for coming in and hanging out.
Yeah, thank you, Adam.
Yeah, we got to make sure that we do it again soon.
Wait, hold on. Are we done?
We don't have to be.
Oh, I just wanted to know a little bit about you now.
You want to interview me for a second? Go ahead. Yeah, sure. You can ask me whatever you want before we wrap
Where
up.
did you? Oh, and also, I'm a resident chef at Kindred Oak, and
cool.
They made honey there, which I wanted to give you some of their honey.
No way. Thank you.
Kindred Oak is a bed and breakfast I work at. I'm the resident chef up in Paso, and it's beautiful. But yeah, they make honey, and I wanted to bring you that as a gift.
Oh, thank you so much. It's wildly sweet of you.
Yeah, of course.
Cool. Okay, yeah. So ask away. Go ahead.
Yeah, where did you even start? How'd you get into this?
I got into podcasting from radio. So did radio for 20 years. I grew up in Southern California, moved here in 2003 for radio. And at some point in radio, you're just trying to bounce from market to market. I figured I'd be back in Southern California, making a ton of money. And, that's what I would do, be doing radio. And then when I moved here, I just loved it too much to want to leave.
Yeah.
I wanted to stay here, and I had to figure out, okay, if you're going to stay here, because, we're not arguably a really large radio market. So if I was going to stay here, I have to really figure out a way to, dig in and really do it right and make a career here. I mean, no matter whether you're into radio or not, it's not an easy place to create, as you know, a full-time living. It's tough, but it's worth it.
So you're from where in South California?
You know where Agora Hills is?
Yeah, I grew up in the valley.
Oh, did you really?
San Fernando Valley.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So we're just like down the freeway from each other.
I rollerbladed in Agora Hills with my best friend when I was like 11 years old.
Really?
So I used to run those streets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Girl, I used to run those streets.
I used to run those streets. That's funny. I didn't know that.
Yeah, like I lived in Thousand Oaks, Little Simi Valley.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so that whole I guess they call it the Conejo Valley.
Yep.
Area.
Yeah, but it's still LA.
Yeah, Agoura is like the northern part of LA County. And then right after you leave Agoura, you get into Westlake, and then technically
Ventura
County.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
cool.
you know your stuff, yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm from LA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we used to go, when I was a kid, I had birthday parties at Woodlake Bowl.
Oh, how cool. We used to go there all the time.
Yeah, we used to go to and that's when we first, remember the store Pace? I mean, I'm sure I'm way older than you are, but Pace turned into Costco, and the Valley Indoor Swap Meet.
Yeah.
Did you ever go to the Indoor Swap Meet?
That's where I got my first piercing.
Really?
When I was like 13 with my friends. They didn't care there.
Yeah, right.
They did not care.
No rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was, that's crazy, the Valley. For sure.
Agora Hills.
I know.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So that's it. So now we've just been doing this since I transitioned out of radio in October of 23 to podcasts. All my stuff is independent podcasts, which has been great. I mean, I had no idea then it would be such a blessing for my career. But I mean, I was like, God, you guys should have had laid me off years ago. But the radio business is, it's changing. It's tough because I've loved radio ever since I was a little kid. I joke that since I was a sperm, I've loved radio. And it's just changed so much. I mean, so many pieces of legacy media have. Print is, probably worse than radio. But radio, even regional TV is struggling. I mean, these local media entities, they're not designed the way they were before. And thus, when digital comes along and a way for you to listen to your favorite personality on your phone, which your phone does everything, and you could be washing dishes, listening to the show, and then go, oh, I got to go pick up Aiden from practice. Boom, pause it, you go into your car, boom, your smart dash pulls up the show, continues it right where you left off.
Yeah.
I mean, and then also, there's a lot. I mean, I could geek out and tell you a lot of other reasons why small to medium market radio is failing and dying, but it's just a ever changing business that they owners didn't decide to get on the tip of it and and watch. And now a lot of them are feeling it. At least, like I'm very thankful where I'm at now.
Yeah.
From where I was before, because it's just a lot better. And this is the future. Like podcasts are the future.
It is. I watch a podcast every day. I was literally just watching Lex.
Friedman.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when I got laid off, podcasting was transitioning from a $2 billion to $4 billion industry. That was 2 years ago.
Wow.
Now it's a $7.5 billion industry. That's happened in 2 years. And then, mind you, radio, for a long time, it was hovering around a $15 billion industry and steadily going down. COVID took that way down into about a $9 billion industry now. And folks say it'll never be back to where it was. And next year, podcasts will likely surpass radio as a bigger industry. I mean, it's crazy to think that happened so quick.
Well, I feel like a lot of radio already have turned themselves into podcasts. Like
Smart
106
ones
in
have.
Park from LA.
Yeah.
I watch their podcast all the time.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So, but they started off in the radio. They still play on the radio.
Yeah, I remember watching one on BET.
And now, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then now they have their podcast.
That's so cool.
So I definitely think everyone's going to transition into that.
And what a lot of people did on the radio is they will take things that they do on the radio and they'll put that on a digital podcast forum.
Yeah.
And that's what I did when I was working in terrestrial radio. I'd take, let's take that little bit of my show and just post it. Post it. But that's really not. That's your radio show being posted on a digital format. Like this show is produced, made, everything for that person to digest and listen to it.
Yeah.
It's not like you're just hearing a bit that you missed on terrestrial radio. This is for you listening to it on your player.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's very different. And that's one, kind of one little nugget that radio didn't quite catch on to. And now it's just too late. And podcasts are the future. They're here. And the people, like you said, who know, and I mean, they're incredible. They're doing incredible things with it. I mean, Up+Adam is a top 2% global podcast. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's what my sister Monique was telling me.
Yeah.
So I was like, who even listens to this guy?
Right. Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I mean,
And
it's
she's
not
like,
a crazy...
no, he's up there. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
And it's not crazy, but like, I mean, you consider there's like 3.5 million podcasts floating above you.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, the wine show, the Paso wine podcast I do, Where Wine Takes You, that's a top 1%.
Yeah,
I mean,
wow.
the wine industry, it's a little niche. And that's the thing. You could love kites, or you could love cooking, or you could love this. And there is a podcast for that. And you can, maybe there's not a ton of people in SLO that love kites. There might be a few, but you can do a podcast, have everyone listen to it all over the world, and all the kite lovers of Earth can tune in to, Dominique's kite podcast or whatever it is, and that's why podcasting is so special.
Yeah, now I'm really going to look into kites after this.
Yeah.
I love kites. A good kite.
I know. I was never good at them. I would get a kite, go to Morro Bay, and it would just it was just horrible.
That's cool. So you've never had a job besides radio?
I mean, shoot. I was a paper boy when I was a kid. I worked at Sears.
Well, that's part of it, though.
Yeah, no,
you worked
sure.
at Sears?
I worked at Sears.
R.I.P. to that. They're not even around anymore.
Exactly. Yeah, I was in the portrait studio. Worked at Kinder Photo. I I did part-time stuff up here at a wine bar called Vinoteca when I first moved here. Worked at Steamers a little bit in the bar as a bartender. I mean, so I've done little like side things here and there to get this like moving, But I mean, I've been full-time in broadcasting for 15 years.
Cool. That's awesome.
It's wild. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's fun to not just do what you love and love what you do, but like to do what you feel God put you here to do.
Yeah, like to have a purpose.
Yeah.
And to keep growing in the industry also, which is really hard.
Yeah.
When you love something.
I know. My mom, she didn't know I recorded her one time when I was a kid. And I have this cassette that I played in the garage a handful of months ago. And it's my mom saying like, and it's so great that this is on her birthday that I'm remembering the story. She was like, Adam, like you ask all these questions. Cause I was always told like, it doesn't matter why you don't deserve a reason. Like, I brought you in this world. I could take you out, that whole thing. Like,
oh yeah. Me
old
too.
school. Right. So, but she said one time that she was being really serious. She was like, you ask all these questions and you ask such good questions and you're so curious. It would be a sin to not use your talents for that someday. And this is when I'm a kid.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
I just love that she kind of knew something and had some discernment on what I would end up doing. And she's right. You know, if you have talent that God gave you, your job is to be a tool and use it.
Yeah.
You know? So it's so exciting to see you doing that
Thank
now.
you. What was your mom's name?
Sandy.
Happy birthday, Sandy.
Happy birthday, Sandy.
Up there in the universe in heaven.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. It's pretty
Watching
cool.
over you.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I feel it.
Yeah.
You feel your dad sometimes? You see him in different parts of your life?
Yeah, he still pops up in my dreams. I do little native ceremonies at home for him all the
I
time.
would love to see my mom in more dreams. I think maybe 2 in the 20-something years that she's been gone.
Really?
I've really seen her crystal clear in a dream. One, it was like, oh, I know you're gone. Like, let me just hug you. And I, like, as soon as I was about to, like, I woke up and I was like, fuck.
Yeah, I miss that.
You know, like I wanted to feel that hug so much,
Yeah.
but it just wasn't to be. I mean, it was a dream, right? It wasn't real. But the fact that you get to see your dad in dreams like that, that's really neat.
Yeah, I feel we were connected in more lifetimes than this one.
Yeah.
Like me and my dad were soulmates. Like people think like soulmates can't be platonic, but my dad and I were literal soulmates. I feel the connection to him all the time.
Wow.
And so yeah, I loved him.
Yeah, I can tell.
He's my best friend.
Yeah. Well, you gave him a big gift.
I
In the
hope
way
so.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
for sure you did. Yeah. And then I think you gave yourself one right afterwards. You know, with the help of the people that loved you, like you pulled yourself out and pulled yourself up. And now look what you're doing. I mean, you're incredible. You're beautiful inside and out. You're cooking. You're making beautiful food.
Thank
You're
you.
making people joyful. Like this is great.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah, I loved it. Well, it was fun to meet you and fun to hang out with you.
Yeah.
I mean, not meet you, but really
Like,
get to know you.
Have a conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And no one's ever stopped me right before I was about to wrap and goes, well, hold on. I need to ask about you.
Yeah, I mean, come on. It's not one-sided here.
It absolutely isn't one-sided.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming. And we're going to put links in the show notes to your website, to your cooking. And then if you want to check out Chef Dominique Benavidez.
Yes.
For this region brunch, Domingo brunch. We got the links in the show notes to that too. I want you to check that out, but I also want you to go to AdamMontiel.com because you can win a pair of tickets to check this out. So
Yeah.
love it.
Coming out.
Some say life is where it begins. Straight to the stars is where it ends. Only to start again.
All right, Chef Dom, what a conversation. Just loved meeting her. DomBenavidez.com is the website. There also, I got tickets to this brunch. It's this Sunday. Get in on this. The menu, you could choose your menu. Once you choose option A or B, the menu pops up so you can kind of solidify where you're at. The menus look fantastic, Chef. Can't wait to see you on Sunday. Again, this Sunday at Regent, downtown SLO in the Event Center. Don't miss Domingo Brunch. Oh, cannot wait for this. All right. Let's see. Coming up, Moonshiner Collective. They got a show March 20th. Slow Brew Rock. Don't miss this. 10 days from now, go to moonshinercollective.com for more. Our thanks to Josh and Chiasa Clapper from Tamber Winery. You can taste their wines in the village of Arroyo Grande. TamberWinery.com last night opened up it's the 2022 Chardonnay. I forgot. I think they call it lead vocals. I don't know. It's incredible. It's the Chardonnay. It is so good. Had it with, it was my mom's birthday, as you heard us talking. So we, a lady I fancy made a chicken pot pie. It was kind of like this chicken. It was kind of a spin on that because my mom used to make this thing we called affectionately chicken with soup. And it was kind of like just chicken thighs and some veggies and like some cream of celery, cream of chicken, and all kind of baked in there. It was just so good. So this was kind of very much in that style. So Chardonnay paired great with it. Check them out, tamberwinery.com, Tambre, tamberwinery.com, and I thank them in earnest for the Tamber Lobro Studios. All right, till tomorrow. This week, it is going quick. Tomorrow, we're going to talk to Surfing for Hope creator, surfer, legend, all around fantastic guy, local dude, Bob Vogelin. The stories this guy has, unbelievable. I really enjoy getting to know the community and share different stories of our community with you in a way like this. So I thought Dominique was so awesome. Here I am thinking of sitting down and talking about a brunch for a few minutes and then get a really, really insightful conversation. Tomorrow's going to offer just that again when we bring on Bob Vogelin, Up and Adam. And then on Thursday, Maurino Manfredetto. He is of, gosh, what is he not of? He's on Hell's Kitchen. He's a local guy. He works up at Dow as an executive of their hospitality. And he also has a brand new Neapolitan pizza joint in Paso called La Viga. And just authentic Neapolitan pizza. He's already turning a lot of heads with it. So we're going to have him in. He's going to be bringing some pizza in. We'll talk about the secrets of great Neapolitan pizza. What doing pizza like here in Paso or on the Central Coast is all about, what that's like. And then juggling on these jobs. I got to ask him a bunch of questions about being on Hell's Kitchen. He's like the right-hand dude of Chef Gordon Ramsay. You know, he's been on the show for over 10 seasons now. So pretty exciting stuff when we have Marino. That'll be on Thursday. So we got a lot going on still this week. Until then, till tomorrow, I hope you have a great day. Really, thank you so much for connecting, for rating, reviewing, subscribing to the show, wherever you listen to it, sharing it with a friend. It means an absolute ton. Till tomorrow, I'm Adam Montiel. Thanks again for being Up and Adam.
Some say life's where it begins. Straight to the stars is where it ends. Only to start again. Let's start again. We'll start again. Let's start again.